See if this is gonna work. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. This is gonna work. Ooh. I think it is working. Hello. So, let's go to continue the campaign. I think we were there. I think that's the last campaign. Load it. Need iron brew. Put a bottle in there for later, because I'm probably using it later. Ooh. How is everyone? How are we all doing today? Oh. Ooh, green indicators means the damage is insignificant. Light. Yellow indicates the damage is medium. Red damage indicates a complete destruction of section of weapons in them. Okay, that's good. Active fleet, 1,197 ships. I'd forgotten that. I currently have a navy which is larger than everyone else combined. Admittedly, that's 680 submarines including that, so surface ship-wise, I'm not quite as successful. But, submarine-wise, oh my lord. Am I not at war with anyone? Dang, I'm not at war with anyone. I'm close to war with French. Okay, phew. Okay, the Italians also. Let's see, the French. Italians I was banging on for a war because they have a surprising amount of oil intake. And frankly, my oil supply is not as good as theirs. I have a lot of oil coming in. It's just its production per capita is 65,386 barrels because I have quite such a large population. But I covet my Italian counterparts with their oil production per capita of 455,185 barrels. I covet that. It's useful. Also, I'm sort of currently looking at constitutional monarchies are doing well here. Democracies not so well. German Reich likes me. This is despite the damage I've done to them. I have done so much damage to the German Reich, it's unfair. And we no longer have Russia or China. I'm just saying, going to war with me is not good. Hello, Duke of Petunia. Going to war with me is not good. Apparently, I produce oil in southern, eastern England, in northwestern England, and northeastern England. I have oil coming out in England. Something which we never thought we'd hear about again. Obviously, they've started the fracking generations early. I'm not getting into the politics. It's just... yeah. It's just funny sometimes, the way things go in the politics. Getting the only way you could get oil out of England is fracking. So, the only way those could have an oil supply is if someone's doing something which we're not allowed to do today. Ay, caramba, and couldn't do then. Okay. My main objection to fracking isn't the environmental reasons, etc. It's my view is, considering all the problems that could be coming up in the future, it's better to hold on to whatever oil supplies and fuel supplies you have domestically and just keep using up everyone else's. Until the time comes when you might need to when you might not have the options of using other people's. Then have your own. But that's me being... I know that's me being evil, cynical, and very, very much a naval historian. And very, very much a naval historian. It's the kind of level of thing which most people look at and go, oh, frigate. Although, we have... I'm sure you might have seen in the news recently that someone's proposing we rebuild Scapa Flow as a naval base, and I'm sitting there going, you really want to do that? You dislike people that much, you want to send the Scapa Flow as a permanent, ongoing naval base rather than just a wartime emergency? Power using... power creating sewers, I'm presuming. Hmm, tempting. I'd like them to go into the harbour. Got 0 ships in refit. I'm very advanced. And my maximum shipyard size is 196,140 tons. Okay. That's at 68%. My monthly balance is enormous. Don't want... Ooh, turret mechanisms, definitely. I want to push that. What's maneuver warfare? What's coming? Arms brain tanks, I'm not so keen on that. I ain't bothered about that. It's interesting, but not really my thing. What are they working on? Improve thin-walled shell research. I think I can leave that be for a bit. I think I'm going to go for hull strengthening and hull construction. At some point I do have to go back and refit all my destroyers at some point, don't I? I should refit my destroyers. Either that or get rid of some. I'll refit them. It's nicer. Give them better guns. Scare everyone a little bit, because I do have 293 destroyers. 97 light cruisers, 62 heavy cruisers, and 65 battleships. I have more battleships than I have heavy cruisers, and I'm building more battleships, and I'm not building any heavy cruisers. I should probably do something about that. How are you doing today, Duke of Petulant? How goes life? Oh yay. Oh yay. Oh yay. I've got double turrets for destroyers. Let's see. Can I take the Nessus class destroyer? View. Oh, that sounds like a good idea to me. Use the methane from the sewers to power things. Sounds good, Duke mentioned. I'd patent that idea if I were you. You could be making some money in a few years' time. Hello, Jonathan Moon. Yeah, but that doesn't give me. It does give me some fun. Can I do? Let's see, anything else I can do? Anything I can do to increase this? Ooh, hang on. No, let's go to maximum. Oh, that'll do. That's going to make the ship very, very difficult to sink. That's my plan. No. That should do. What do you think of that refit? I know, normally it's not really a destroyer which I would build, but it's a destroyer which the game allows me to build, and it's not really a British-style destroyer, but it's more, honestly, it's more of a German-style or American-style destroyer, and so it's gun layout, but it's fine. I can work on this. I can work on this. I can work on this design, and I can use it. But it's now gone from 3 to 6 5-inch shuns, and I quite like that. Petchington, honestly, to patent things is actually very easy, and always make sure you're secure with a patent. Look up, there are various systems for how to patent things and register patent offices, but honestly, to secure an idea and to make sure you have it secured for future, the first thing you can do is post it to yourself as a recorded delivery and just have it stored somewhere safe and don't open it. That's the first thing you can do to create a paper trail. In fact, it's often what people, when they're writing books, are encouraged to do. Never go with what when it comes to patenting things, you have to be able to protect yourself and prove the timings of things. So, also, your average good solicitor should be able to advise you on these things. I do know a very good firm for sorting this sort of stuff out, but they're down in Torquay, the southwest of the UK. So they're good, and they're spread all around the southwest, but they are down there. I'd say also because they've had to work with my sister for some of the things she's worked on, because she's got some patents. And yeah, first rule, as her professor always taught her, was do not, whatever you do your patents through anyone else. Get your patents sorted out yourself, and then go and look into it. If you send me a link on Discord, I'll send you the firm name. I just the trouble is for me with that particular firm is when I think of them, I just think of the name of the guy who I deal with when I contact them. So I can tell you his name, and I just think of, well, it's Richard. But that doesn't really help you. You need the firm name, so you need something more details than just name. Let's also use this time. Shall we upgrade some other destroyers as well? We have other destroyers to upgrade. Nessus class. I'm sure there's another destroyer design here. I think I've upgraded them, haven't I? Haven't I upgraded Swallow? Swift? I might not have. They were particularly intriguing designs. I'm going to leave them be. Do I have any cruisers to upgrade? Well, I have Cardiff's in service already. Essex. Upgrade. Well, put it on paper. That's the first thing you have to do. Put it on paper. Put an idea down on paper and make sure you have it secured. Okay. That should deal with my issues. And I have 101 ships in refit, 7 cruisers and 94 destroyers. That's going to be expensive. I'm still making money. Oh, goodness gracious me. Trying to spend it all. Can anyone please remind me who's watching, if you've watched my YouTube channel, have you seen me in any of my Jutland videos talk about what would have happened if the seaplanes had actually been working? How the attack, if their radios had actually worked? There are a lot of American ships in the Med, which I find lovely, and it's very reassuring there are lots of ships in the Med, because, you see, it's almost as if they're forgetting that Gibraltar exists and I can block them off in it. I find it very kind of them. And now, for some reason, the game isn't allowing me to zoom. It is allowing me to zoom in. Oh, that's good. For some reason, the roll, it wasn't working for a second to zoom. But yes, this place is called Gibraltar. And if I was the French, I'd be very worried about it control Spain, because Spain is the first place I'm going to take. Honestly, it's the first place I am going to go for if I end up in a war with them. Actually, no. No, I tell a lie. First thing I'm going to go for is northern France. Because that's where their oil supply comes from, and I'm evil. And I don't want their ships to work. Sorry, did I mention to say that out loud? Northern Gibraltar. That's what it will be once I'm finished with it. Or rather, once I'm finished taking off the French. Of course, that's another power I knocked out kind of early on, the Spanish. Oh, that makes me feel bad. I forgot they even existed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Spain. Okay, I've got new hulls available. Okay, fine. Do I have to go and invade Bhutan? Because if I have to, I'm not really bothered with it. It should be quite fun. Currently, massively, a little bit oversubscribed. About 150,000 tons, and mostly, and let's be honest, mostly that's refits. Increasing length of small gun barrels, that's good. So what else do I want to do? I'll wait a turn and I'll do some ship design. Honestly, there's no one who can contest Gibraltar at this point. Look, the policy I was adopt with all these places around the world is they get to choose. Their people get to choose. If they want to stay British, they're British. If they want to be Spanish, they can be Spanish. If they want to be independent, they're independent. I'll support them whatever they choose. Not yet, Duke of Buckingham. Honestly, between me being ill, family being ill, I haven't been on Discord as much as I want to do. One thing I have got coming up is I'm still working on and taking suggestions for what kind of competition I could run. And I'm tempted as one of the competitions to be a design competition. I'm guessing, I'm just going to guess, but I'm going to guess that my finances, my shipyards are back to very much within their regulations, so I'm going to leave them be for a bit longer, and then I'm going to design a heavy cruiser. Mainly because I feel like having a heavy cruiser. I like the idea of having a nice new heavy cruiser design. I'm gonna have to have a chat because I really don't know what sort of probably with the ship check crew, because I really don't know what sort of competitions to run on my channel, so I'm taking suggestions and I'm thinking, oh, that could be fun, that could be fun. But honestly, what I want is something which is going to allow everyone to take part if they want to. As at least one of the competitions. One of the competitions can be a design competition, but that's going to be very much straight off for people designing things. So I'm not sure what to do as a take part one. I'm tempted. The trouble is, if I do an essay competition, that's just going to give me a load of marking to do, and that's going to be contentious because I'm going to be marking a load of essays. And there's going to be people going, oh, why did my essay not do well? There's also a difference in terms of access to sources and timing, etc. I don't know. Silliest ship design. That's where the trouble is. The other limitation for me comes on. I still do work for universities, and they don't always like me being completely irreverent. Well, that don't really cause me too much trouble, but they're not really too happy with me for it. Let's put it this way. I know I am not exactly their favourite person sometimes. If that makes sense. I would get a giggle from it, yes, I would. It's silly as ship design. As stable as possible. See, I've got ships which have very, very good stability issues. My main problem at the moment is Egypt keeps ordering cruisers off me, and I am building quite a large fleet for the Egyptians. Suez Canal is working. Advanced Big Funnels 4. It's not really what I was hoping for, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh. Depth charges type 4 plus 80 depth charges equipment weighing 8. Oh yeah. Heavier, more destructive depth charges. Oh, me like it. Me like it more depth charges. How's my finances doing? Fairly good. Unrest 9. Naval prestige. I am a walking naval god. 60,000 tons of gap at the moment. So I could build 4 heavy cruisers if I really wanted to. I'm at 65 battleships with 6 building. I'm tempted. Let's see what I can do with a heavy cruiser design. Hello, Kofi! Of course, it always does flash up with super battleship. Would you like to build another super battleship? And I already have so many super battleships in service. much to most other people's worry. Sensible worry, I would assert. Sensible worried. That's just terrible, that design. Why is that quite so terrible? Nope, we're not building you. I have been trying to normalize null rods. They could be useful. Hey, I don't do cursed battleship designs. Honestly, I don't. Now, I do need something to go hunting the submarines and escorting my ships around. So I need some more light cruisers. I need a new light cruiser design, really. Keeps going back to this destroyer image. It's a cool destroyer. Can I just ask, is that something beneath the surface? This is a massive yard. I love it. Massive, massive yard. But you see, the thing is, I can't give this an anti-submarine capability. Whereas, if I go for Light Cruiser 3, I can make that into an anti-submarine ship. So this ship is now basically my anti-submarine warfare vessel. That won't go there. Go there, no. This I can make go here. So this is going to be an ASW cruiser. Really is anti-submarine warfare cruiser. Okay. Its role is ASW entirely. Long range, ASW and reconnaissance. High speed, everything for that. Needs at least one gun. And done. What shall we do? What shall this vessel be able to do? Ship is overweight. How can this be overweight? It looks absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. How is it? Take it under 33 knots. Balanced engine room, and suddenly we have space and tonnage. Okay, so how are we going to get this tonnage sorted out? Let's go for the main deck, and let's up that weight. That's the maximum I can put in there. Okay. What can I put in the... not the aft belt. In the main belt. Right. That gives me some protection. It really does. But yeah, this ship is very fast, very heavily, very underarmed, but very good for anti-submarine warfare. And lots of rangefinders. So, plus 2.5 aiming speed. This thing is going to hit its targets very fast. Very fast. That's more that's gonna be cause some interest for people. But it's not gonna be able to hit them with much. But it's a very good anti-submarine warfare vessel. So I'm not sure how its pitch and roll are quite so much when it's got a fat beam for shallow draft. We could always do that and see if that affects things, but no. Nope, still won't let it go. We'll let that go. Okay. Because I presume that has far better stats than that one. Yes. Ship is overweight, and the aft offset is 5%. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Take that down to... one. Push that up to 1. Take the aft deck. Push that up to 8. Oh, that could just about do for me. So that's 6-inch guns. No torpedoes. I do need torpedoes. Oh, that would be terrible. For starters, we'd be going that, and we're doing increased. Right, I now need to find 200 tons from somewhere. Ooh. Take that down to 3. That down to 6. That's going to be probably 5. It probably would be about 5 in real life. I'll take that down to 1.5. I now still have to find 160 tons from somewhere. That's taken me down quite dramatically. I'm still 22 tons over. What do I do? If I take that down to that, then I'm fine. Okay. I can take that out to triple, and I still have space left. Ooh, what would I do with my final 100 tons? What would I do with my final 100 tons? It doesn't like deck torpedoes. But that could do. Now, are we thinking what class it is? Well, yesterday I drove through a lovely place. So I'm going to name it after that place I drove through. Meet the Washington class. There you go. Washington class light cruiser. Actually, it's my anti-submarine light cruiser, but you know. And people who don't think it is really should look at its stats. Foredeck. They already agreed on the name. They're having arguments over what name. Smoked Haddock class. Okay. I'm a nice person. I will call it the Smoked Haddock class. The next class I build will be called the Washington class. I think I'm going to name and make sure so I know exactly what they are. ASW. They're my ASW cruisers. They are shamelessly for anti-submarine warfare because I can't get a decent destroyer. Okay. So, they are 10,000 tons. I need to build a lot of them to have enough ships around the world for me and my duties and my missions. It's a tough one. Stay food. I have these supplied by my aunt and mince pies from my mum. So, what shall I eat today? I think I will eat flapjacks because I don't like them. Don't tell them. Actually, no. I'll be good. I'll be healthy. Corned beef it is. Ugh. For audience are now saying corned beef is not healthy. Well, yeah, it is. I've got currently 60,000 tons free. So I can build 6 of them. Let's view my Rodney class. I need to remind what I've got coming. Oh yeah. My sexy super cruiser, super battleship that has so many 6-inch guns. Basically, it's designed to go, so you said you were bringing some cruisers and destroyers with you to this fight to offset my battleship superiority? Good. I will not only be engaging with 9 16.5-inch guns, rapid fire. I will be engaging every single one of your cruisers and destroyers simultaneously. Just to make sure they realise that I noticed them and appreciate them. It is in F3 form, which I find far more aesthetically pleasing. And I find more practical for operations, really. I'm like that, though, occasionally. Ooh, I have an idea for a good competition. Okay. So, if I make the competition an essay prize, which is going to be judged by the Shipshape crew, and instead of it being, it's you have to take one of the Washington cherries, battleships, battle cruisers, whatever you want. And you have to provide a story of A, why it survived the Washington Treaty, and probably why its siblings survived the Washington Treaty, and the subsequent treaties, and how it was used in World War II, and what actions it gave me an action it was involved in, and discuss it. That could be an interesting one, and everyone could pretty much do that. Let's see what happens. It's Jonathan Moon, the Washington Treaty cherries. I think it could be an interesting one. I'm liking it more and more as the idea goes around my head. I am. Yeah, let's go to research and see what we're doing research-wise. Boilers ain't going to come up with anything, so I'm going to go for armor forging, because who knows what that will give me. Armor quality. Oh, next discovery's not clear yet. Well, that's going to be the next one I'm going to work on. Torpedo propulsion is almost done. I always go for the maximum. Always just keep... At the moment it's built, I'm just going straight in. I need the maximum. I want the maximum. It just makes life easier. And I can go to the ship design. And I can go to the cruisers. And I can build 3 more now. Yeah, I think that works. Cool. That makes things interesting. Anything that makes them more accurate is good for me. What's the submarine hulls come up with next? Ocean-going submarine number 3. That's less worrying to me. If it was a mine-laying submarine, you know me, I am a sucker for the mine-laying subs. Why am I not war with anyone? I have been rude to people. The Italians even like me now. How did that happen? Okay, increase tension with the French. Yeah. Yeah, let's increase the tension with the French. Mainly because, frankly, I'm fairly certain most of their fleet ceases to exist the moment war begins, because there's just so many submarines around here. Let's see. In the English Channel area, I have 4 battleships, the French have 4 battleships. I have a light cruiser, they have a battle cruiser. I have 14 destroyers, they have 17 cruisers. I have, well, 72 coastal submarines and 49 ocean-going submarines to deal with their 10 light cruisers and 4 destroyers. Its trouble is, if I'm not mistaken, the 4 battleships, these are some of the destroyers. I'm saying the 4 battleships in here are somewhere around this area. Where are the 4 battleships in the English Channel? Oh yeah, these are the 4 battleships. Formidable, Lion, Magnificence, Triumph. Oh, good luck. Yeah. Good luck. Repair priority, very high. Select. Roll, sea control. Yeah. Most of the French forces are in this combat group, which is 9 cruisers and 1 light cruiser. Yeah, I think I will do a video announcing competition this week. It'll probably come out on Monday, and it will be a full competition preface, and it will also there will be a community post with the details as well. And it'll be a timeline, and I will have it running. Probably I'll give it money. I'll set it up. If I start it on Monday, if I go with that because I like that one, so that we start on the 15th of Monday. And I'll have it running till the 15th of March. And that gives everyone roughly 2 months, doesn't it? Roughly. Ooh, advanced hull materials. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why it's so bad. Problem with stability is they've added in stability into here. Seriously though, I would really, really like, and this might sound strange, but my my view is that I would really, really like it if they allowed you to ballast your ships. It's the one thing I'd like them to add on: ballasting ships. Okay, ballasting ships. Just let me ballast my ships, and I'll be happy, man. Let's destroy 1900-ton destroyer coming. New destroyer. Oof. New hulls available. Destroyer 4. Oh. That could be useful. That could be a better destroyer. I don't really have a mothballs fort. What I have is I have a policy whereby the ships which are older ships you will find out doing duties for me in areas where I'm less likely to have war. So, for example, all my newer ships are concentrated in Europe and the Mediterranean, and in distant stations you will find my older ships. But slowly, as ships go out there, then I replace those ships. We're up to the Mark IV 5-inch gun. Oof. That's a good gun. That is a good gun. But I am, to an extent, lazy in that I am, as you can see, I don't really have any mothballed ships. I have an active fleet, and I try and keep it all active. Because at the moment I am pretty much doing a shell game of, I have a lot of maximum amount of money, I'm going to build the largest military force I can, naval force I can, and do the maximum damage I can if anyone fights me, so I can get rid of them quickly, because I don't want them disrupting my economy, because my economy is incredibly dependent upon trade to be rich. Whereas here, if you think about it, I have 145 provinces to control, and I think that's slightly more than half the game. In fact, I think I probably have more. I think I possibly have more provinces than the rest of my counterparts combined. Let's go to research and see what we can do. So how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? How goes your lives? Are you having fun? If you're not having fun, why are you not having fun? What's causing the trouble? Silicon, manganese, steel researchment. Ooh. Negative 10% to armor costs. That's annoying, Jonathan. I'd ask you what set them off, what do you think set them off, but it's often a subjective and personal question. And sometimes it's something as annoying as just stress or not stress. I have a friend who, let's put it this way, served in recent conflicts, now retired, and it's actually when they are on holidays they get issues at night. When they're at home and they're working, they are fine. It's when they go on holiday and it's about day 2, day 3, when they've started to get rest, they start getting these terrible attacks at night. They're working on it, but it's been going on for most of a decade now, and it still plagues them. They even tried my suggestion of trying to go to sleep in the hot tub. It didn't work, which I find strange, but because I'd have thought the hot tub would have made it so you were so relaxed you wouldn't have had anything, I'd have hoped, but yeah, didn't help. Hello, Ronan. I'm glad they incorporate more technologies, but yes, I'll let them build a Nessus class destroyer. Let's see, control station, no. What are they building? New hulls available. Is there a decent armoured cruiser 5? I have that, don't I? What is it working on? 30,500 ton light cruiser. Oh, that could be useful. That could be in my improved anti-submarine cruiser design later on. Ouch. Yeah. Showers aren't quite as good for sleeping in. It does make it more difficult for you to accidentally drown while asleep than a hot tub or a bath. But to be honest, I solved the hot tub problem by just telling them to get one of those those relaxing things you have for a pool, and sticking that round underneath their arms. Oh, we want that because we're doing the anti-submarine warfare. Naval communications. What's this one working on? Advanced drills. Maximum crew for task force. We want upgraded. We want that. Mines. What's this one working on? Yeah, we're going to wait a second while we get some of these built. Going to leave armor quality researching because I want better armor soon. But no, so yeah. If water helps, have you tried one of those wave machines? Sounds and water, if that helps. I'm not sure if it's just me spitballing here, because as I am freely to admit, people, I am a doctor of history, not of anything else. I'm qualified to tell you if that source looks accurate, not qualified to tell you if your saws need attention. Although, usually, if you have saws that you're thinking need attention, they do need attention. Yes, that don't do a lot. Bhutan is conquered. Okay. Oh, frigate. I've got another place. Oh. I keep conquering places and I'm not even doing the actual work myself. Got that. Want that. A whole load of anti-submarine light crews are about to come into existence, and it's going to be fun. It is honestly going to be fun. I'm going to put all my light cruisers into Plymouth or Portsmouth. I got 5 months. I got 1 month, 2 months, 23 months a moment. So, Runon, how are you doing today? How goes life? How goes life? Oh, I'm getting a... Oh, in other news, I'm getting a roast dinner cooked for me today. Cool. I'll be ordering some more submarines soon. Samoa. Where's my nearest fleet? I know I have one somewhere around here. I need 5,000 tons there. We're just going to keep shifting ships there until we think we have enough for 5,000 tons from the get-go, let alone once all the rest turn up. Tends to work. This is going to be a lot of destroyers. A lot of destroyers. I actually have quite a powerful fleet sitting down here, and I didn't even realise it had come into existence. It's got 3 destroyers, a light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. Didn't realise it was there. Didn't realise it was there at all. So, those fleets all turning up should be enough. And let's go to research and see what the research is doing. Armor quality. We're building. Oh, crop level 5. I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to wait for that before I design any new cruiser. So that's fine. Naval communications can go. Mind is fine. Big guns. What's the big gun developing? The Mark 17-inch guns. I really couldn't give a flying hoot about 17-inch. I've got my 16s. But if I rapid through to 17-inch, then I can, you know... I don't care about casemate gun barrels. I'm not really bothered pushing toward that. That's going to be too much anyway. 7 large centerline turrets could be interesting. But do I really want to emphasize in... I put the emphasis on that mainly because if I get that over quickly, I can get my other stuff more quickly. And torpedo tubes. Yeah, we'll do that because it's always nice to have those. It's always nice to have them. Hello, Spike. Roast, what is the question? Well, I've been told by my mum it will be roast, turkey and gammon. And she is watching my sister cooking it. So, the intention is to eat it between the Twitch stream ending and a live beginning. So if the live doesn't happen this evening, you will know why. I'm sure it'll be fine though. You have an interview on Wednesday. Cool. That was not a good idea for Germany. Well, for Japan, that was a great idea. They're a fairly large empire. For Germany, that was... Honestly, I think my submarine forces, which are off their coast, might outnumber them. They just might. Armor quality is still 5 months away, so that's fine. That's when I'm designing my next ships. What do I think of Lily's better? Haven't really tested as much as I've tested the sort of the game I'm playing, the testing the game version I'm doing. But this one seems to the one I think I like about the upgrade that's happened this time, and I'm using 1.4.1 here. Is it didn't lose my games. It didn't lose my save games, which I liked, and it didn't lose my save ships, which I really liked. So I don't have to rebuild Yamato again. And rerun the simulation testings again to prove that the Yamato design I've got is still the same as the baseline design, which I produced previous time. So make sure it works out the same and gives me roughly the same results. I did still test it. I just didn't have to rebuild it. Turkey and gammon is a great combo. If it's great when my sisters are cooking it, well, it should be okay. It should be okay. She's getting better. She's getting better, and my mum is paying very close attention. I've got control of Western Samoa. Already? I've barely got any fleets there. It's not fair when you do this to me. I'm just sending a whole load of ships there, and you tell me I've won. Literally 9 destroyers. That's all I've got. 9 destroyers. It's not fair when you do this to me. Maybe I'm gathering quite a nice fleet in that area, so I might just lead them all there, because that could be useful for dealing with the Americans at some point. They do this to me. They're just... Increased tension, yes. Increased tension against France, definitely. They have got very little in the way of decent ship numbers. What special machinery is building on? Ooh. Electro-hydraulic steering gear number 2. Yes, please. And that'll do for my emphasis. I'm doing this all for my next generation anti-submarine warfare cruiser, because I've proved a point. I've proved it can be built. So now I'm building a really good one. The big question, Doc. Is it possible to reuse the Vauban-style star forts in the modern age to protect city town from most or all threats? Well, you could in theory, but the thing is, it's going to be a big, very visible, very obvious position, which someone's just going to go and blow up. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. You see, one of the problems that comes up is when people say, well, you can blow that up, so you shouldn't have it. Well, what are you going to have in its place? We want a load of systems we can deploy around the city. Well, that's good. But the thing is, you're not going to have them around the city at short notice. So basically, any fort you build like that is buying you time to deploy those mobile systems you can pop up in various places in the city to actually provide it with decent defense. So, yeah, building those forts 2 or 3, probably not bad for a big city. Just don't have the mobile systems co-located in those forts. Have them somewhere else. Preferably safe, but somewhere else safe. Okay. Madagascar. Oh goody, 4 battleships. I need to have... Oh, they're Canada freeze. They'll do the job. I should really reinforce them though. I shouldn't send them on their own, should I? Should never send those 4 ships on their own. That's a very old light cruiser. That's one of my original light cruisers, which were absolutely terrible. And then people kept building them, and I never knew why. I could never understand it. That's a fairly decent light cruiser. So we're moving all the ships from that direction. Anyone else we want to do? Oh yeah, you move you guys all into there. And I needed 8,000 tons roughly, and I'm moving a lot more than 8,000 tons. Because I can, mostly. Oh, no, I'll leave that now, actually. Yeah, that should do for that. Armor quality is almost done. Special machinery is almost done. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Next cruiser design is going to be good. There's a difference between the funding to defend cities and large towns. And cities, they're such big concentrations, you do need something. The advantage of a Vauban-style fort, if you were building it to defend something like ballistic missile launch facility, anti-ballistic missile launch facility and those sort of things, is you could concentrate those defenses in areas where they would be very hard for anyone to engage unless they're going for full-out war. Well, I'm planning on building cruisers this time anyway. No, because I want all the tonnage I can for my own cruisers. Oh, Uruguay! And how? Oh. Off you go. Off you go. Off you go. That should make the point to the people of Uruguay. And that gives me... starts to give me a good... Honestly, this is not going well for anyone else. Ship design. Let's go for another generation of anti-submarine cruisers. Design. Because I want to go for something even bigger than the smoked haddocks. I'm going for the Washingtons. Yep, Washingtons. They'll be good ships. Just wait and see. Oh, already like it. Now, that is an anti-submarine cruiser. I'll have to work on some of its things, but it is an anti-submarine cruiser. Now, let's see if we can't get some torpedo launchers onto this ship. So, how are we going to do that, for starters? Can I get torpedoes below? No. I can. That gives me even more firepower range. Now, basically, this is in many ways, is a trumped-up destroyer. I will admit that, but it's a very good trumped-up destroyer that I'm very happy with. Oh. 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 That's going to add some more fun. Oh, that adds a lot of fun. Oh. Can't put underwater tubes on this one. But we all thinking what I'm thinking about this cruiser? That is not a British cruiser front. Under any stretch of imagination. But thermal, I have no idea when that comes from, but that's definitely not British cruiser front. I think I've said that before about this design. It really doesn't look British. But it does look like a rather large British destroyer. And that's what I'm going for with it. It's basically a destroyer. And foredeck. Foredeck. Stable. I need to be able to add ballast in this game. That's the criteria I need to be able to do. If I can add ballast, I can make my life so much easier. Can I make that up to 36 knots? No. That goes massively wrong. 35 knots, it can do very well, but 36 knots makes it go really, really weird. It's got maximum bulkheads, it's got maximum range. It's got as much armor as I can function into it. Reliably. Let's take that down to 7. Take that up about 4. 5. free. Just doing those. Inner deck. Second inner deck. Any plunging fire is just not going to find anywhere to go on this ship. Inner belt. Second inner belt. This thing is about as heavily survival as I can make it. Oh, if I made any more survival, it'd be good. This is definitely a fighting cruiser. 8 6-inch guns, 8 3-inch guns, 2 quad torpedo launchers. Yeah. Enhanced, electrical, standard ratio, increased ratio, capped, one sec. I like the TNT. TNT. I'm gonna go for super heavy shells. That gives me a range increase. Cordite gives me a 10% gun range, 5% gun range, and -7. I'm gonna leave it at Cordite. I'm gonna leave it at Cordite just to see what happens. I like them. Roughly 12,000 tons. That front is not a British design. I don't care what they say. That's not a British style bridge structure. That is far closer to a British style bridge structure. I'm not sure where this tall modern tower one comes from, but it's not British bridge style. Okay. Thought of a 127mm Mark 45 gun battery on the curtain all has given me idea. That's a interesting thought. As always, you always discuss the naval activity in terms of present ships, with larger vessels indicating your level of interest in your current position. So the RN sends HMS Trent to Guiana, whereas the Sun sends the Eisenhower battle group for sea. It's the one thing you can't do in UAD is influence others' decisions. It's a big bit of a trumped up destroyer. Yes, it is. This is me building a super destroyer. It's an anti-submarine warfare frigate, but it's going to be called Washington. So it's my Washington class ASW cruiser. It is a trumped-up destroyer, but it's a good-looking trumped-up destroyer. That's even more of a destroyer superstructure than it is a cruiser superstructure. In many, many ways, that's far more destroyer-like than cruiser-like. But hey-ho. Let's exit. It's a French-style bridge. I suppose you could say it's a French-style bridge, but it's more... It looks more like some of the American Ford experiments than the French even ones. go to politics and just check what my finances. I have got 66.92, so I've got roughly 120,000 tons I can build. So 10 of these cruisers, 10 Washingtons. Let's try building 11 and see if we can do it. Because they're just under 12,000 tons, and it's just got slightly more than 120,000 tons as limit, so I can possibly get it through. How I squeaked it through, but oh, I'm 6,000 tons over. Basically, my plan is everyone else turns up with destroyers, I turn up with light cruisers. Everyone else turns up with cruisers and battle cruisers, I turn up with a boatload of battleships. Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's 100% chance. That's 100% chance. Hang on, no. That's not the one I was interested in. That one. I've got lots of ships coming into there, so I'm not really bothered. Currently, I have 16,000 tonnage there, and I need a lot more than the 7,000 tons. I put enough ships there, I'm going to win that one. If I win it, then I have Uruguay and I have Madagascar, and if I have Uruguay and Madagascar, then I'm even more strong. It's, you know, it's bad enough that I've only got 147 provinces. What happens once I got 150? I don't know. So, guess what? Game-wise, I have a 5,000 displacement light cruiser with 257,000 shaft horsepower. Guess my speed. It's got to be 40 plus knots at that point. It's got to be. Unless you've got the worst propellers known to mankind. Each battleship its own boatload of battleships. Think of it as more as an infinite thing. A battleship turns up with its own boats. At which point, it is carrying its own boats, but it's also, its boats are on it, so therefore it is a boatload. Gonna leave this fleet just sitting here, just going hello to the world. What's this force? One light cruiser. How many personnel are in this force? That is actually quite a scary force, really. I think I can actually combine them. Can I combine them? Will allow me to combine task forces, because it won't, that's annoying. But I can get on with it. 42.9 knots. It's designed to run down destroyers. Yep. Ooh, goody, that fleet's together. This is kind of the Nightmare Before Christmas and the Nightmare of Christmas fleet in the Indian Ocean. I'm being told my dinner should be ready about now. Sorry, just responding to someone on Face. Actually, when I say it's wrong with someone, responding to my sister and telling her why I'm going to be a couple minutes. Odds. Ooh, okay. So, we'll call it quits. DD, we can't get away from it so fast. AZ, Rams DD, cutting in half. Well, that's pretty much what I plan to do. So basically, I've told my sister I'll be about 10 minutes, so I've got that long to sort out this and make sure this game is in a place I'm happy to save it, and then I have to go in for my food. So you've got 10 minutes more before I charge in, because I've got to get this place in a game in a place where I can leave it be and be happy about it. Advanced battlecruiser free. I don't really need worry about that. I'm not investing in that at all. Torpedo size. Oh, 20-inch torpedo, 2-inch torpedo tubes. Yes, that's good. Mines. Magnetic mines. Oh, yeah. Maneuver warfare. What we got? Convoy system. Yes, please. So I want all those done before I go, pretty much. And I'd also like to be leaving this at war with France. So, honestly, smoked haddocks. So I can take 3,000 more personnel. Let's see. I'm going to send all those to reinforce my main fleet in the English Channel. And then I'm going to go to politics. I'm going to go to France. And I'm going to go increase tensions. I've now got the large light cruiser available. Okay. What's the large light cruiser when it's home? Yes, now this is ready. Oh, this is a fleet. Okay, so. Her priority, very high. And let's see. Mine sweeping radius 206 kilometers. Mine sweeping capacity 98. Recon 48.63. Nearest port Plymouth. Destination English Channel. Supply port Plymouth. Control radius 375 kilometers. And I've got that sitting there. Pretty much blocking the English Channel at this end. And then I've got Dover at this end, which is destroyers and all sorts of things. move all these up to Dover. And that should make the point for me, really. That really should make the point for me and block off that end. And then we just have the French with a single light cruiser in here. 4 formations in the English Channel. If it ends up with war with the French, then frankly, it's just not good for them. It's not good for them. Ooh, I've got another 20-something thousand tons I can be building with ships with. Let's be honest, that's 28,000 tons. So again, if I go to ship design, I can probably build 2 more of those light cruisers. That could be good. That could be good. And then it's going to be future to design the next generation of anti-submarine. Basically, yeah, my light cruisers are destroyer anti-submarine vessels. They're only 7 months away. Oh, good lord. I really... Okay, this is just being nasty to France now. But, yeah. It's just being evil to France. Basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm being evil. And I think if this position's all safe and I'm now in a secure enough position, that's where I'm going to save it. France might not be at war with me, but they're pretty much getting close to there. I do find it interesting where people believe that just because it's an aircraft is designed to operate from a runway, it can land on a Catabar carrier. It can't. There's a massive difference between Catabar carrier aircraft and standard runway aircraft. There's a reason why it's the F-35 A, B, and C, and it's not because the US Navy wanted a load of changes to ram up the cost for no reason. There's also a reason the Eurofighter never became even a Catabar carrier aircraft for the French or anything like that, because, frankly, it couldn't be. It's just, yeah, that's just the reality of it, these things. Ooh, fuel oil burners number 2. Oh, yes. Then that's going to be a massive upgrade project. An absolutely colossal upgrade project. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to literally go through every single ship design and upgrade the oil burners. That'll probably be next week's fun though. I have war with France before I leave. I was hoping for that. The invasion. Choose province. Northern France, tempting. Northern France is where their oil comes from. This should make for an interesting war. You can sit in there. And that should be enough to really start to make some issues for them. And yep. I wonder if I can start some invasions over here as well, just to be annoying for them. Oh, Pago, Rago, Pago. Should keep on going. You can't hear. I can hear now. I just had to turn the sound really far up. I have no idea why. It's the same as it always is. Wonder what's going on. I fancy taking Pearl Harbor, of course. And we will leave that, I think, there. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun, and I'm off to get some food. Take care, everyone, and see you later on the live stream for YouTube, which will be Brew Ships. Like it was. How about us? Yes, taking over the world. Just you know, beating up the French mainly at the moment. It's always fun to do that. Take care. Have fun. Oh, and before I go, thank you, Random Dale Fan, Spike, Malaga, Runon, Blue Elvis, and everyone else who's been watching this evening. Duke of Petchington, of course, we'll see you from the beginning, so thank you, and Jonathan Moon as well. Thank you, everyone. Take care, and hope you have a nice time, and hope to see you later on YouTube.